Yesterday I spent a lot of time trying to decide how I'm going to make the cabinets, the upper cabinets that run along the whole length of the driver's side and half of the length of the near side. So the idea is that you have a piece of ply sticking out like that, and then another piece on the upright, and these will be like sliding doors. Now the obvious way to make these is to build a complete carcass and then just screw it there and onto the ceiling and it got done. But because the payload on long wheelbase sprinters is so poor, so little, and the fact that I want to put the motorbike in the van, I'm trying to keep the weight down. So the traditional make of a carcass and everything, that's all extra wood and it's going to weigh more and more. So I want to keep it as light as possible, but obviously it's got to stay up and it's got to be robust. So I decided that by having these sliding doors, then you haven't got a carcass around or a framework around the door. You haven't got them swinging out or up or down. It's a nice simple arrangement. But because if you're having sliding doors all the way along, then how do you keep this face up, this front face up? Because in effect, this is just a little mark that I've made. This upright here is going to be loose, most of it, because it's going to be a sliding door. So what I decided to do in the end is to have I've cut out all these rails. Now I didn't have any wood that was the right size, so I had to cut up some planks into these thin strips, and so on the piece of wood, the plywood bottom, there'll be sandwiched between two bits of these ply, and then on the top of the wood you'll have like this arrangement. So you'll have two rails attached just a little bit apart, so that the bits of the doors can just slide in and out of the rail. So you've got that on the bottom, and then you've got the same thing on the top, two rails either side to take it to the top. Well, that's fine, but then how do you hold up the rails? So what I've decided to do is to have this nice wood here, oops, upside down, this nice wood here that I'll join the top rail to the bottom rail in about 4 or 5 different places, so that hangs everything off of there and it cantilevers out from the bottom, and like the stuff will be actually attached underneath. So this back rail is attached with metal brackets. So the metal bracket is screwed behind this ply here straight into the metal, and then this wood is just screwed on top, and the plywood will fit underneath it. So that's the theory. I've just got to cut out a few more of these rails off of the plank, and then I can start putting it together.